So I'm not sure if you've caught up on this week's episode of Confessions of a Female Founder, but it's such a good one. And it reminds me of that quote, "Wherever you go, there you are." That is what my conversation with Cassie is like, because 20 plus years later, so much has changed, and yet we are so much the same. So I hope you get a chance to watch. And in the spirit of memory lane, here are some behind the scenes videos from the making of our photo shoot for Confessions of a Female Founder.
Hello everyone, we're back. Welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. I am back in my natural habitat, and the reconditioning camp of Meghan Markle did not really work out well for me because I still have some questions. First of all, from that clip we just watched, why does she think that anyone actually cares about her podcast? The numbers are tanking. We don't believe that she has any friends. A psychopath like her normally will not have friends of 20 plus years. She does not know this woman for that long. And the fact that she's saying that we haven't changed after 20 plus years is a fallacy. Meghan has changed. She demands things that she thinks she's entitled to. She has become a mega bitch. I did report to you from my reunion when I was saying that I was in the Meghan Markle reconditioning camp. I was actually at my uni reunion, and nobody changes. Like, everyone talks the same. When you reach adulthood, which Meghan would have reached 20 years ago because she's like 60 years old or whatever. When you reach adulthood, you don't change your voice. I mean, when I went to my reunion, everyone talked the same, everyone walked the same, everyone laughed the same facial expressions. You don't change unless you're a psychopath. And Meghan has definitely changed because she's a psychopath. She has demanded things that she thinks she's entitled to, security, and people must fawn over her, and she must have a team of bullies to, eviscerate the internet for her. All of these things that, actually, maybe that was part of her character before. I don't know. But I do want to say that having gone through the debacle of her website, as ever selling jams, whatever, I did find at my university reunion that in the same town, they were selling flowers. So we're going to, the dried flowers that you sprinkle on food. So we're going to try these dried flowers. At least they were a quarter the price that Meghan is selling hers for. And we're going to try them right here online. Let's see if they have any taste. Okay, is that a lot? Okay. Not much taste. There's a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of bitterness on the end. I can see how it might elevate your food in terms of adding an extra layer of flavor, but it's not much of flavor. It tastes like tea leaves, really. So I got my flowers either way, and it's filled up to the top, unlike her products that are like half full, they were saying. But speaking of her products, girl, apparently she's done with that. Meghan Markle hints she may never restock sellout jam. First of all, okay, we know that jam sold out because it was like 2 jars that she sold. Meghan Markle says she might never restock her sellout jam after revealing she plans to step back to assess her as ever brand. The Duchess of Sussex, 75 minus 45. I carry the one. Anyway, they said she's 43. Was speaking about her business and balancing work with motherhood as the first series of her podcast published by Lemonade Media comes to a close. In an interview given to coincide with the final episode of Confessions of a Female Founder, the Duchess of Sussex told Fast Company she wants to step back, gather data from the launch, and figure out exactly what As Ever could be. Meghan revealed the surprising turn As Ever could take, hinting at a future step into the fashion industry. This girl... When the going gets tough, the tough get going. I don't know. Meghan just quits on things when she realizes there's actual work that you have to do. But said Now she's planning to launch a new range of merchandise in early 2026. The category of fashion is something I will explore at a later date because I do think that's an interesting space for me, she said. Her previous store sold out within 44. Anyway, we know that was all a scam. And by the way, I am still receiving spam emails. Some might say scam emails because it was a data brokering website that Meghan really launched to get your email addresses and stuff like that. But it's different from the email address I use to talk with you guys on. So it's not leilani@barbados@gmail.com, but it was a separate email that I cleverly used to try to purchase these products. Thank goodness, because it's been bombarded with a lot of clickable links that I will never click on and hieroglyphics. Anyway, so my girl decides that she is going to move on because why? But if you're so successful, why would you move on? Why would you not just keep putting out and pumping out the jams that you think are your jam? The jam is my jam, remember she said. Anyway, off the back of that, they reported that Meghan Sussex reaches 3 million followers on Instagram in under 5 months. A Sugar account reports that Meghan Sussex has officially reclaimed her throne on Instagram. In under 5 months, she's hit 3 million followers and become the most followed British royal with a solo account. It's a very ignorant Sugar to say that she's a British royal. I mean, before marrying Prince Harry, she had over 3 million followers on her original Instagram account, also bought by the same means and dark web that she's buying these followers from, allegedly for legal purposes. An engaged audience who followed bots who followed her values and her visibility. This is a woman that is not house trained. This is a woman who learned nothing from the royal family. And I do say that she changed because she's now like posh and she's trying to be like, everything is about me and I need everything because I'm Duchess. But actually, she is nothing but what she was before, which is the lowest denominator of life. And had no values. And anyway, an engaged audience who followed her voice, her values, and her visibility. That platform vanished the moment she entered royal life because they were racist. I just want to say something really quickly. I don't like to talk about racism very much because I think it's very unmanly to talk about it. But I want you to appreciate that my passion talking about Meghan Markle and debunking her lies mostly stems from the fact that it diminishes a lot of people's real struggles with racism. When you ask somebody about immutable aspects of their life, like what their hair looks like or what their skin color looks like, that's not racist. That's just people being inquisitive. And if she tries to call that racism, then she equates it with actual suffering, actual atrocities that people go through with racist people. So anyway, I'm going to move on from that, but I just want to say that a part of my passion is to say that Meghan Markle, when she does these things, it makes people's actual experiences with racism and oppression seem like, oh, you mean like how Meghan thought the royal family was racist? When they're actually getting like, problems in their jobs and problems in their lives with race. Anyway, I don't want to go into it, but I hope I'm making myself clear. Meghan diminishes real struggles across the board. The platform vanished the moment she entered royal life. Now, 7 years later, she's back to where she was, only stronger, freer, and with even more to share. These are like literally the last of the Mohicans that are supporting Meghan. I cannot believe it. The comments are hilarious. The comments on this post are hilarious. Who? ? LOL. Fake picture and fake mama buying followers is nothing new. But then, literally the next day, I don't know if Instagram did a cull of fake followers and bots, but the next day, Meghan's follower count drops. Meghan Markle's Instagram account fails to inspire. Follower count drops from 3 to 2.9 million. That's 100,000 people. Okay, I mean, that's a big drop. Megan Sussex is popular. No YouGov poll can change that. This is the same sugar website that is reporting on her. And that's because they did another poll which proves that Meghan Markle's popularity is failing. But they're going to say, no poll can change that. I mean, what? Literally, a poll is a public opinion. It's telling you the facts. Okay, so new. Meghan Markle's popularity hits an all-time low in new poll. Meghan's fan base in Britain is at its smallest ever, with just 20% saying they like her in a new YouGov survey. And if that wasn't enough to prove to you that she's so unlikable, you have all of these celebrities talking about her. Let's listen.
To talk about Meghan Markle, because I think I would rather marry Ilaria Baldwin. I've done a very deep dive on Meghan Markle. Have you ever seen this clip?
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box.
I have a legitimate question for all you Meghan Markle and Prince Harry defenders out there. This is not a rhetorical question. I'm genuinely interested in how you guys can justify this. So Meghan Markle was furious with her father.
That man loves me so much. More than his family, obviously. And if you haven't noticed, he's a fox. My husband is very, very, very handsome. I keep telling myself,
I don't know what I'm doing yet. My business hasn't gotten traction yet. No one's picked up my book proposal yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of
Speaking of feel-good stories, did you see Prince Harry got shut down by the royal family once again?
No.
He had his appeal to...
He was trying... Is there a real process, a due process of trying to get back in the house?
Yes. So he wants 24/7 security, which he doesn't.
So a lot of people are talking about them and how much they don't like them. I mean, this is just normal. I think you have to have some levity. I think we need to laugh about it. Look at this.
But his heart is even more beautiful. I mean, that man loves me so much.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
Oh no! This is my favorite caricature artist on Instagram. That is caricature Dania on Instagram. Absolutely talented. And then when she did Meghan Markle and Lima, I was like, oh girl.
He's also a fox, if you haven't noticed. My husband's very, very handsome.
Huh?
But his heart is even more beautiful.
And then you have another one of my favorites on TikTok called pigeon.mag. They did this amazing animation.
Who's your favorite princess?
You know, I always believe that whatever you do should come from a place of self-love and care. And if you're not your own favorite, then there's something seriously wrong in that situation. It has to be.
No, but come on. Apart from you, who's your favorite princess? And by the way, don't say Kate Middleton either.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a sweater that she was wearing in her With Love Meghan cooking show, where I thought, why would you wear a sweater over your shoulders when you're cooking? It gives big back energy.
Big back, big back.
But anyway, I covered that. But let me tell you something. Don't feel sorry for her. She is in her own delusional state. I think she's crazy. I know about the whole 65 pounds that she said she gained with both pregnancies, exactly 65 pounds with both pregnancies, and how she was protesting too much that she's pregnant and all of that in the last podcast.
By the time I had both pregnancies and both babies.
Look, let me tell you something. I honestly think that the royal family's silence is golden at this point. The royal family is not telling Meghan their next move. So that's why she's doubling down or double downing on the fact that she was pregnant and she had these children, because she doesn't know if tomorrow the line of succession will change. She doesn't know if tomorrow they're going to say that she's a fraud and that she faked the pregnancies and all that, or she doesn't know. So she is doubling down because of that. They're not giving her anything that she can go on. So that's what I think is happening here. I don't know. But let me tell you something. I am so sick and tired of the lies, of how much opportunity she got that she squandered. I'm really tired of it, but I think it's funny that everyone else is as well tired of it, and we could all laugh about it together. I mean, when you look at everything she does is so awkward, and I mean, even if you step away from it, you can see that something's desperately wrong with her, right? Or wrong? Anyway, put down in the comments what you think. Do you think that she is just spiraling out of control? She's crashing out, as they say, the young people say, or what is really happening here? And as for Harry, he's trying to get some money from China. He's going all over the place trying to get support. He's trying to cover up his wrongdoings. I don't know who is actually instructing him or telling him what is the best thing to do. But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. And we have some things to do. I'm going to do a live now. Hi, say hi, Marshmallow. Marshmallow, hi. Bye. And I'll just put him here. Oh, he's so wiggly. Yes. And yeah, I love you all so much, and you know that. Okay, bye.
Bye.